Jedi.
Unfortunately, I am not a Jedi.
Hello everybody and welcome to Great Leveler Gaming. I'm the Great Leveler and today we've got another unboxing video. Yes, today we're unboxing the Ronin from Star Wars Visions, the Duel, episode 1. Really excited for this. So let's talk a little bit about the show first, shall we? Before we get to the unboxing, very briefly, I'm not going to go into a review or anything. I was disappointed with the show. And the reason I was disappointed is because the first episode, The Duel, which this guy is from, was awesome.
What? Your lightsaber blade is red!
Unfortunately, I am not a Jedi.
I mean, it was just visually really creative, like black and white, with the exception of any form of lighting, lightsabers, you know, missiles, lighting naturally on the walls. Everything else was kind of, and it wasn't even black and white, it was almost sepia, like a mix. I can't even describe, just the color palette was just so wonderful that every time that something like a lightsaber shone, it really added to the ambience. And that first episode was brilliant. And nothing ever quite lived up to it. There were some really good episodes in there. You know what, I can't even remember them. I'm gonna have to rewatch the show. I rewatched the first episode again when I knew I was getting this, but some of them were just so disappointing. They had some really interesting potential. I don't feel like they really lived up to it. Some were just silly. But back to the unboxing. So this guy, as we've already mentioned, was from the first episode. He is not a Jedi. Apparently, he uses a red lightsaber. Yet he goes around killing Sith and then collecting their kyber crystals for his little collection, which he then puts in his pocket. And I didn't actually know that they were even making any merchandise like this from the series. I was actually shopping just before Christmas and I saw him in a shop and then had a little look online and found him cheaper. So I don't know if it's the exact same. It looks roughly the same from the box I saw. So I'm really excited to get into this unboxing. So without further ado, let's crack on. Okay, so before we get into it then, let's have a little look at the box. Obviously, you've got the proper representation of what's inside on the front and on the back. And on the side, nice 2D drawing of both front and back. One thing as well is his lightsaber should light up as well. So yeah, let's get in. There's nothing much more to say on the box. It's very simplistic packaging. Nothing to commentate on with that. Oh, hang on, it's well sealed though. I was a little apprehensive in putting my knife down. There we go. Ooh, exciting times. And we've even got some instructions on the inside as to how to go about. Oh, I'm going to have to, a bit of assembly required. Ooh, daunting. Oh yes, he is to be assembled. Okay, well, let's get all the pieces out then, shall we? It looks fairly simplistic though. Obviously, nothing further in the box. You've just got the 3 pieces, the base, and some other bits. Right. Okie doke. So whilst I'm taking them out the packaging, if you watch my channel and you watch some of my previous unboxing videos, you'll know that I said I wasn't going to buy any more statues because my display, you can't see it at the moment, but you'll see it in a short while. It is pretty full, and I said I wasn't going to buy any more because I've got no room, but I had to buy this. I had to get him. And let's take out the main guy first, shall we? Oh, being very careful. I don't know how. Oh, you know what? He feels pretty good, actually. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, yes. Yes, I am currently very happy with that. But let's assemble him first before we start gushing. So I'm going to just... Does he stand? He does stand by himself, but I'm not going to risk it. So what else? Oh, this is actually another... So this bag, even though it's all part of one bag, is in a separate bag. Inception of bags here. There's a bag within a bag within a bag within a box. There we go, nice simplistic base, nothing fancy. Obviously with the cyberpunk statue of Takemura that we had recently, and Ellie from The Last of Us, they both had bases with the game scribed onto it. The Jensen Ackles one from Deus Ex, he had a lot of detail on the base of what he was standing over. If you haven't seen them, I'm going to leave links in the description so you can check them out then. Sorry, I know I'm off camera a lot. I apologise, but there's his hand. Wasn't expecting it to look like that. That's that done with. Done with it. And now, ooh, the cape. It's not even technically a cape because it's a robe, but holy, this is like my Batman statue. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave a link to just my unboxing playlist. That's got all the good stuff in there. Holy damn, this is awesome. There's a lot more to this. I think I almost appreciate it more, the fact that I've got to put it together myself. I'm being very, it might not look like I'm being very careful, but I'm trying to be very careful so that I don't accidentally break what's inside the bag as I'm just carelessly ripping at it. Okay, let's put these bits of rubbish. I like to clean a little bit as I go. I'm not a fanatic cleaner. And then we've just got his actual lightsaber katana mibob that I actually think I'm best off cutting out of there because it's actually taped. So I'm being very, very careful. Is that enough to free? Yes. Delicate as always. Again, I can't, from where I've put the camera, I can't always see where my hands are at. So I'm hoping for the most part you're seeing all this. Oh, they do not want me to get this out of here. And there, whoop, we have it. So we've got lots of goodies on here. I'll do a little pan shot so you can see all the different pieces. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a time lapse of me assembling all of this. Okay, so that was a challenge, as you could probably tell from the hyperlapse. First off, let's talk about the construction. Very fiddly. This bit, I think I was just being stupid. I was feeding it through that way. I could have probably fed it through that way. It'd have been a lot easier. The feet, I'm going to have to keep trying, but I don't know if you can see. Again, I can't quite see. There we go. You can see there's a gap under this foot. I've been trying to push him down onto it, so maybe he's not supposed to have both feet in the stand. I don't know. I felt like I was pushing the lightsaber in because there's nothing to really grasp. I felt like I bent that a little bit, but it looks all right, so fingers crossed I didn't. I don't know what this is. I've looked on the packaging a number of times. I can't see it anywhere, so I don't know if it's to support maybe something at the back. At first I thought it was supposed to be part of his holster for his sheath for his swords, but it's not. So if you guys know, let me know what you think this is. Again, I'm assuming it's got to be something to prop it up, but it doesn't feel like it needs it. This bit at the back went in okay. So now that it's all assembled, let's talk about it. So let me get a little bit closer. So let's have a look. So Now, first thing as well, before we get into it, I did scratch the base a little bit, trying to get his feet on there. That was frustrating. But the actual look of this guy is awesome. He's got a similar feel to some of, on parts of his, which was belt here, as what the Agent 47 statue has. However, unlike that statue, the rest of him seems pretty damn solid, because the problem with my Agent 47 is he's actually leaning to one side now, which is very annoying. I don't think this guy's going to do it because he's a lot more solid. Obviously, down at the legs, he's got some nice chunky thighs and calves. Obviously, it's not really his calves, it's his trousers, basically. So let's work our way down. So first off, obviously, it is a sci-fi samurai. So, of course, he's going to have some kind of, I'm guessing, cybernetics. It is in the animation as well. You can't quite tell what they're for, but it is very much like Cyberpunk 2077, where they just have random marks on the face because it looks cool. And obviously, I can't tell actually if this is a beard or some more cybernetics. We'll go with both. How that works, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. His hair is really cool. Everything about him feels windswept. And just the epitome of cool and awesome samurai. The top knot, I really love the top knot. The detailing on the top knot is fantastic. Then, of course, he's got the traditional gi, I guess you'd call it, or whatever the proper term for a Japanese shirt is. A couple of layers. You can tell as well, there's ever so slight muscular definition just at the base of the throat and the top of the chest. You can tell this is a powerful individual without being obscenely like ripped and stuff. It's not like trying to be excessive in the way that they make him muscular. So I really appreciate that. And then, of course, you're moving on to the arms, and this feels very Star Warsy. These just simple little things like this make it feel like Star Wars, like with the well, actually, with the Inquisition, they tend to have a lot of sigils on their sleeves and stuff. But I love the sleeves. It's just, it doesn't make any sense for actual clothing. Why would this be billowing like this? It doesn't make a lick of sense. I suppose it does because it comes down here, it's the cuff, but it just looks epic. It reminds me very much of the Batman statue that we unboxed a little while ago, with the way that it flows, but this is infinitely more cool, in my opinion. And then, of course, we've got the sheathed lightsaber. How the lightsaber actually works as a sheath, I don't really know. Don't care. It looks cool. And really, that was what Visions was, for me, all about. It was supposed to be making these characters cool. And this guy's cool. And then, of course, you've got his belt, just billowing in every direction. You've got the little, like, again, sci-fi theme with it right here on the belt. But the rest of it is very traditional, it feels like. It gives me an Afro Samurai feel. If you've never seen that anime, highly recommend it. With the way it has, the length is ridiculous, the way it billows, just in complete disregard for common sense, but it looks cool, and that's what matters. And then, of course, you've got the badass. Again, it's not a cape, as you can see from the back. It's actually the bottom of his uniform, his outfit, whatever it's properly called, just billowing out like a badass. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this light, but I'm going to be getting the close-up shots at a different time, so you'll be able to see it a bit better, that this is all highlighted red as a reflection of his lightsaber. Now, I'm pretty sure when I purchased this, they did say something about it being needing batteries. There's no way for batteries, so it doesn't light up. I'm fine with that. I thought it was a bit gimmicky anyway, so that doesn't bother me in the slightest. And then, again, the base is very basic, though. The base is probably my least favourite part of this whole thing. Again, I've already scratched it, just trying to get his feet on there. His feet look cool. I like the traditional samurai shoes, or Japanese shoes, not just samurai. But the detailing on the toes, I suppose it's supposed to be socks, not his bare feet, which would make sense. We'll go with socks, and therefore it doesn't look bad. Otherwise, it just looks like they kind of gave up when they got to the bottom half. Other than that, he just looks really cool. The fact that there's damage on the, I'm going to call it a cape. I know it's not a cape, but we'll call it a cape for the sake of my mind, where it's been torn and tattered at the edges, because it's kind of a Spawn feel, just really gritty, just really cool. And I love the way his hand is casually resting on the hilt. He just feels like someone who completely controls the situation. Again, it's why I love the look of this statue. I'm hoping I will be able to find room for him. Now, he's not as tall as I was, he's about as tall as what I was expecting. I didn't want anything massive. I wasn't expecting this to come out as far as it does. So I should have room for him. We shall find out in a moment. But I am currently very happy with this. So let's go put him in the cupboard, shall we? So there we have it. I had to fiddle around a little bit more than what I was intending. Again, it's that billowing cloak. Cloak, that's a better word than cape. That billowing cloak is the biggest kind of hindrance to his positioning. Otherwise he'd fit nicely in that corner. But I like the fact he's up on top with both Adam Jensen and Takemura, because they're both, well, they're all sci-fi, cyberpunky type of characters. He's not technically cyberpunk, he's cyber samurai, but it still kind of fits in with the theme of those on that top shelf as well. And I mean, to be fair, they're my 3 most favourite statues. I think Ellie is probably my 4th favourite, because I love the detail on her, I love the ground and stuff, but it's just not as dynamic as these other ones. Takemura just got a little bit more detail than Ellie, I feel. Maybe not. I'll have to have a closer look. Give me a good excuse to play with my collections. But yes, I'm going to give it a rating. I've said I'm going to start doing ratings. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. And the only reason he's not getting 10 out of 10 was because the assembly was a little fiddly. I don't mind assembling, but most of these things I've bought, the only thing you have to assemble them to is the base. Adam Jensen himself, again, a link to the playlists of all my unboxings is in the description. If you want to check it out, see what I mean. Adam Jensen himself was very fiddly to fit onto the base. I really had to force him on there, but he was very robust, and so was the base. I didn't feel like I was going to break anything. This guy, the Ronin, feels himself very robust. The base, not so much. But I am going to be taking him back out there soon anyway to get some close-up shots that you've already seen, and all that kind of jazz. So I'll probably have another play around with the base, but the base really lets it down. The base is very flimsy. When I was trying to fit the feet on, it skidded and scratched it. You can't see him at the moment. There's a Goku statue at the bottom from Super Saiyan 3, and he's got 2 pegs for his feet, and I can only put 1 foot on. I'm wondering if maybe that's the same situation. Maybe I just need to put 1 foot on. I still don't know what that other damn thing is for, so please let me know if you know what it's for down in the comments below. But the design, spot on. The colouring, spot on. It's literally, as the assembly was a little fiddly, the instructions were very vague, and I feel like that's what's let it down. But as an actual statue, I'm really happy with that. Kind of disappointed that he doesn't light up at all. Now that he's there at my Kylo Ren Funko Pop, he'd pop his head down, he'll light up. But again, it's gimmicky, so I don't really need it, but it's also a little bit of a shame. But I'm really happy with him. I think he looks great. Again, literally just the putting him together just didn't flow as well as I'd have hoped, and it's the only thing that's letting it down. But I will have to play around and hopefully it'll be a bit better, and you'll see him in the background in future videos. So yeah, thank you very much for being here. I do always appreciate it. If you've liked this video and watched up until now, hit like. If you haven't already left a comment, leave a comment. And again, if you want to see more unboxing videos, you're probably not going to see one for a while, because now this is definitely full. I wanted to get another cyberpunk statue, but I'm going to have to wait until I've got some room. I might even take him out, because I like the look of him on there. He looks very cool on there. But yeah, I'm running out of space, so there'll probably not be many more unboxing videos until I get a new place that I can just really just nerd out. So until that day, but there will be more videos, gaming videos, and that kind of thing on the channel. So if you like me and my content, please do subscribe, do check those things out, and I'll see you all on the next video coming very soon. Bye.